Hello and welcome to Capital Investments. Today, we're going to discuss 10 industries that are expected to blow up in the future. If you're looking for some profitable investment opportunities, then you're in the right place. But before we dive into these industries, let's talk about why investing in industries that are on the rise is a good idea. When you invest in an industry that is growing, you're investing in the future. You're betting on the fact that demand for products and services in that industry will increase over time. And as demand increases, so do the profits of companies operating in that industry. With that said, let's move on to the 10 industries that we believe are poised for growth in the future. Renewable energy. The demand for clean and sustainable energy is on the rise globally, and this trend is expected to continue in the coming years. Governments around the world are setting targets for reducing carbon emissions and moving away from fossil fuels. This has created an opportunity for companies that are involved in the production and distribution of renewable energy such as solar, wind, and hydroelectric power. Investing in renewable energy companies can be a smart move because they are not only good for the environment, but they are also becoming increasingly cost competitive. The cost of renewable energy has been decreasing rapidly over the years, and it is now cheaper than traditional sources of energy in many parts of the world. As a result, we are likely to see more investment in renewable energy in the future, leading to more growth in the industry. E-commerce. E-commerce has been on the rise for many years, but the pandemic has accelerated its growth. As people have been forced to stay at home, they have turned to online shopping to purchase goods and services. This has created a massive opportunity for companies that are involved in e-commerce. Investing in e-commerce companies can be a smart move because this industry is set to grow in the future. According to eMarketer, global e-commerce sales are expected to reach $5.9 trillion by 2023, up from $3.5 trillion in 2019. This growth is being driven by factors such as the increasing number of people with access to the internet, the rise of mobile devices, and the convenience of online shopping. Biotechnology. The biotech industry has been growing steadily for many years, and this trend is expected to continue in the future. Biotechnology is the use of living systems and organisms to develop or make products that can improve our lives. Investing in biotech companies can be a smart move because they are involved in the development of breakthroughs in healthcare and medicine. For example, biotech companies are working on developing new treatments for diseases such as cancer and Alzheimer's. As the world's population ages, the demand for healthcare is likely to increase, which could lead to more growth in the biotech industry. Artificial intelligence. AI has already made significant strides in recent years, and it is expected to become even more widespread in the future. AI is the development of computer systems that can perform tasks that normally require human intelligence, such as visual perception, speech recognition, and decision-making. Investing in AI companies can be a smart move because AI has the potential to revolutionize many industries. For example, AI can be used in healthcare to develop personalized treatments for patients, in finance to detect fraud, and in transportation to improve safety. As the technology continues to advance, we are likely to see more investment in AI and more growth in the industry. Cybersecurity. As more and more of our lives move online, the need for cybersecurity is greater than ever before. Cybersecurity is the protection of computer systems and networks from theft, damage, or unauthorized access. Investing in cybersecurity companies can be a smart move because the demand for cybersecurity is only going to increase in the future. Cyberattacks are becoming more frequent and more sophisticated, and companies will need to invest in cybersecurity to protect their data and systems. As a result, we are likely to see more investment in cybersecurity and more growth in the industry. Clean water. Access to clean water is a basic human right, but unfortunately, it's not a reality for everyone. Companies that are involved in providing clean water solutions are likely to see significant growth in the future. Investing in clean water companies can be a smart move because the demand for clean water is only going to increase in the future. According to the United Nations, by 2025, half of the world's population will be living in water-stressed areas. This has created an opportunity for companies that are involved in developing technologies that can provide clean water, such as desalination and water filtration. Robotics. Robotics is the branch of technology that deals with the design, construction, operation, and use of robots. Robots have been used in manufacturing for many years, but their use is now spreading to other industries, such as healthcare and agriculture. Investing in robotics companies can be a smart move because robots have the potential to transform many industries. For example, robots can be used in healthcare to perform surgery, in agriculture to increase efficiency and reduce labor costs, and in logistics to automate warehouses. As the technology continues to advance, we are likely to see more investment in robotics and more growth in the industry. Virtual and augmented reality. Virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR, are technologies that create immersive experiences for users. VR creates a completely artificial environment, while AR overlays digital information onto the real world. Investing in VR and AR companies can be a smart move because these technologies have the potential to transform many industries, such as gaming, entertainment, and education. For example, VR can be used to create realistic simulations for training purposes, and AR can be used to enhance the shopping experience by allowing customers to see how products will look in their homes before they make a purchase. Electric vehicles. Electric vehicles, EV, are becoming increasingly popular as people look for ways to reduce their carbon footprint. EVs are powered by electricity rather than gasoline, which makes them more environmentally friendly. Investing in EV companies can be a smart move because the demand for EVs is only going to increase in the future. According to Bloomberg NEF, EVs could account for 10% of global passenger vehicle sales by 2025, up from 3% in 2020. This growth is being driven by factors such as government incentives, lower battery costs, and an increasing awareness of the need to reduce carbon emissions. Space exploration. Space exploration has been around for decades, but in recent years, it has become more accessible to private companies. These companies are involved in developing technologies that can be used for space exploration and for commercial purposes, such as satellite launches and space tourism. Investing in space exploration companies can be a smart move because this industry is set to grow in the future. According to Morgan Stanley, the space industry could be worth $1 trillion by 2040, up from $350 billion in 2020. This growth is being driven by factors such as the increasing demand for satellite-based services and the potential for space tourism. In conclusion, these 10 industries are set to grow in the future, making them potentially profitable investments. However, as with any investment, there are risks involved, and it's important to do your own research before investing. Remember to always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to Capital Investments for more informative content about investing and finance. Thank you for watching.